everyone, my name is Hannah Roan S. Chin. The title of our story today is The Boy Who Doesn't Like to Take a Bath. Story by Beng Alba. Illustrations by Marcos Nada. Popong hated to take a bath. He was very happy if he could avoid the rough face towel, the slippery soap, and the cold water. Popong, go take a bath. Your water's ready, his nanay would say. But every time Popong heard the word bath, he'd feel as if a big bucket of ice-cold water was suddenly poured on him. He had thought of many ways of escaping. Nay, I think I'm sick. Nay, I'll just finish watching my favorite show. Or he'd hide the soap and say, Nay, there's no more soap. One day, Popong's parents joined a 3-day medical outreach at the next town. They left Popong with his grandmother. Popong was just too glad. Apo, have you taken a bath? Lola Erlinda asked. Yes, Lola, Popong answered. Look at my hairs. Still wet, and I have a new sandal shirt on too. But the truth is that Popong just wetted his hair and changed his sandal. Oh yes, you're right. But what's that bad smell? Asked his Lola Erlinda. Popong pointed to his pet dog and said, Oh, it's only Blackie, Lola. On the first day that his parents were gone, Popong felt so free. He played and played inside the house. He slid his body across the floor. He hid himself under the bed. Yippee! No school, no nanay and tatay, and no bath. The next day, he played in the backyard. He climbed in the guava tree and chased the ducks. Yippee! No school, no nanay and tatay, and no bath. On the third day, his nana and tatay were still away. Popong hadn't taken a bath for 3 days. His hair was uncombed, and his body was really dirty and sticky and smelly. Apo, wake up, or you'll be late for school, Lola Erlinda shouted. Popong got up and quickly put on his school uniform. He had no time to comb his hair or brush his teeth. Apo, are you sure you took a bath? Your face looks very dirty. I woke up late, Lola. I'll just take a bath after school. Popong was glad to go to school because he could be with his friends. They could play with their marbles and have a game of patintero. But while they were playing patintero, Popong couldn't keep still. He was itchy all over. He scratched his head and scratched his arm. He scratched his legs and scratched his cheeks. He scratched his stomach and scratched his buttocks, and so Popong, you didn't tag TJ. Popong, you didn't catch Tintin. You keep scratching yourself, that's why. Maybe you didn't take a bath. After they played for 3 rounds, Popong's friends decided to leave him out of their games. Popong watched sadly from afar. Why won't they let me play with them? Popong felt very, very sad. He had plenty of food for snacks, but there was no one to share it with. He wanted to race with his friends, but there was no one he could play with. He tried to join them again. Please let me play with you. Okay, but you must take a bath first. His playmates yelled, and then they all laughed. Popong looked at them for a long time. He saw that they sure looked very different from him. Their hair were neatly combed, their faces were clean, and their teeth were pearly white. But as for Popong, he looked filthy and was itchy all over. Popong rushed home. Immediately, he looked for the most fragrant soap and the biggest face towel, and he started to scrub his body. Scrub a dab here, scrub a dab there, splash, splash, splash. Scrub a dab here, scrub a dab there, splash, splash, splash. For the first time, Popong felt out that his body felt pleasant when washed with soap and water. He didn't even notice that the water was cold. When he came out of the bathroom, a surprise was waiting for him. Wow, my son smells so good, exclaimed his tatay. Nay, you're back, shouted Popong. He kissed them both. Yes, son, we're back. In fact, we were thinking about you all the time that we were away, his nanay replied. It's because so many of the kids in the next town had prickly heat or scabies, added his nanay. Their skin had sores all over, maybe because they kept scratching themselves. Really, do you think it could happen to me, Tay? Yes, my son. But it need not if you always your body clean, his tatay said. Really, do you think it could happen to me too, Tay? Yes, my son. But it need not if you always keep your body clean, his tatay said. Popong thought long about what his nanay and tatay told him. He remembered that he himself almost got sore from scratching. He looked at his parents and said, "Nay, Tay, I'm sorry. The truth is, it is only now that I took a bath since you left. I lied to Lola every time she asked me if I had taken a bath. But from now on, I'll obey everything you say." And even thought I felt alone with Lola, I'd still be taking a bath. After Popo made his promise, a thought suddenly crossed his mind. How about Lucky? The end. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!